So over the last week or so, we have been getting a lot of whispers, news, and leaks all around line that is kind of talking about the fact that Spider-Man Brand New Day might be in a little bit of trouble and might actually be getting delayed. Again, according to a new report that's been going around, Marvel is reportedly holding a July 2027 as a backup release date for Spider-Man Brand New Day. According to the Cosmic Circus, Marvel Studios is reportedly holding July 2027 as a backup release date for Spider-Man Brand New Day. It could be delayed from its current July 2026 spot if Sony or Marvel need more time in post-production. Now look, to be honest, with the kind of confirmation as well that this movie is supposed to be getting filmed in August, I really do see it as a massive struggle on getting this movie out in just 11 months time. And look, don't get me wrong, they kind of did the same thing with Fantastic Four. I'm pretty sure they've gotten this movie done in just over a year, but 11 months, especially for a Spider-Man movie, which is supposed to be way bigger from all the leaks that we've been hearing than what Fantastic Four is supposed to be. And this movie is supposed to be getting filmed in multiple different locations, and all of the above is really, really strange. And I don't know if they can possibly get it done in 11 months. And I have a feeling that the original idea for this movie was that it was probably going to take place at the exact same time as Avengers Doomsday. Again, that's what some of the leaks were saying, and I mean, they can still accomplish this if they do release it in, July 2026, but I think they had the idea that we would find out everything that's happening in Avengers Doomsday, and then it would make a lot more sense with what's happening in, Spider-Man Brand New Day, and it would make sense on why Spider-Man is not having a whole lot to do with Doomsday, which is what is being said. He's not going to have a massive role in that movie, just from what we know. But again, I think that was their original plan, and because Avengers Doomsday has now been delayed, I think, till December 2026, I think it's overall going to complicate Brand New Day a little bit, and I don't know how they're going to go about this. Again, we don't truly know what the plot is about. We don't really know how much Doomsday's delay is going to affect it. But I just think with how the script is reportedly just being done now, and they're still, I think, really deep into casting. I don't think their casting is truly, being completed as quick as what they wanted it to be as well. I don't know how this movie gets out in July 2026. I mean, I think May 2027 is a little bit more realistic in my opinion, but again, that is a year delay of this film, and it's just a really long time. And I don't know, they seem to have been really trying to do a massive Marvel recovery. I mean, Thunderbolts was pretty good reportedly, even though it kind of failed at the box office. I actually thought Captain America was pretty good, even though audiences and critics kind of argued about it. I think we're expecting Fantastic Four to be pretty good, and they probably were going to launch into Avengers Doomsday and then Brand New Day, and, Marvel would officially have been back. But with Doomsday being delayed 6 months from its original release date, and if Brand New Day gets delayed a whole entire year, I mean, that's a massive gap between Fantastic Four, which will be July 2025, and Avengers Doomsday December 2026, and Spider-Man Brand New Day in July 2027. That is a massive, massive change. So I don't really know. It does delay a little bit of the Marvel is back type thing, and it is going to be really weird. So we'll have to see if this movie does get delayed again. There have been some other leaks though outside of the movie's potential delayed release date that has obviously been coming out again. We know Zendaya is supposed to have a role in Spider-Man Brand New Day, and we're unclear of what that's truly going to look like. But it is being said that Zendaya will only have a minor role in Spider-Man Brand New Day. It was previously reported that Tom Holland's Peter Parker will be getting a new love interest in the film. Again, Sadie Sink has been, I think, kind of teased as the new love interest. Leaks have been saying she's going to be Gwen Stacy. So I actually kind of mess with that. And I mean, when you think about it, no one knows who Peter Parker is anymore. Not only do people not know he's Spider-Man, but generally just no one knows who he is. So considering at the end of No Way Home, with how we left it off of him realizing that MJ would be better off without him, it does make me kind of suspicious on how they could actually introduce Zendaya's MJ back into this film again. I think maybe if we got a scene or two throughout the movie of him looking over her and, you know, watching her, just kind of like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man did in Amazing Spider-Man 2, that would be cool. But then, yet again, she's supposed to be at MIT, so that it just doesn't make sense. She shouldn't be anywhere near where Spider-Man realistically is. So I don't know how they're going to do that or what her little role is going to be. Maybe it's at the end of the film, but again, when they first advertised the film, I think it kind of said like she would be starring in the film. So that doesn't sound like too much of a minor role. So I don't know what they're going on with that. Again, Avengers Doomsday was reportedly delayed as well to work around Tom Holland's filming schedule. According to Insider Reacted Spider, a major reason for the delay of Avengers Doomsday was to work around Tom Holland's filming schedule. Marvel Studios wanted to fit the actor into production, and the delay allows for more flexibility as he films Spider-Man Brand New Day around the same time. Again, there was also another leak that came out that did say that Sony and Marvel were actually having a little bit of an argument about Tom Holland and his role in Avengers Doomsday. Apparently they haven't got a contract with Marvel about that yet, which is so strange because we had heard that Tom Holland apparently signed a 6-movie deal with Sony and Marvel, and that 3 of those movies were, of course, Brand New Day. But I'm guessing in that contract, then the other 3 movies probably weren't fully specified, meaning that Sony can kind of play around with what movies they want him in and can kind of continuously pull Marvel's leg until they come to a more favorable contract with Sony. Again, we know from reports as well that he's not supposed to be a main character of this film. Not only is Peter Parker not supposed to be a main character of the film, but Spider-Man isn't as well. Again, the consensus things online are saying that it will be Doctor Doom, you know, obviously Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards, Thor, I think some are saying Loki, and then Captain America, which is a good group, but it is a little bit interesting to think that Spider-Man is not going to be in it. But it does make sense. Like, no one really knows who Peter is. No one, you know, they know Spider-Man exists, but they don't have any way to get in contact with him. They know he kind of fought with the Avengers, but would he come back and do it? We don't even know who this guy is. Like, maybe they're thinking the people who do know who he is like Tony Stark and that are dead. You know, it is a really weird one, and I'm so interested to see how they're going to fully do this Avengers Doomsday plot and work around Sony, who are apparently being very difficult to work with in the background, but also work around Spider-Man and the fact that no one really knows Peter Parker, and how do you kind of, you know, put him in the story and make it actually make sense and make it actually work. And how does this affect Secret Wars, where, I mean, in Secret Wars he should technically be getting a symbiote suit. Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man should probably be in that, and that they're still, you know, under Sony as well. There's a lot of ifs and buts that they really have to figure out, and I mean, I don't only just think this delay was because of Tom Holland's schedule. I mean, all he will probably have to do is provide the voice, because it said that there'll be a stand-in actor for him in the suit. I think this is more of Sony and Marvel really arguing in the background of even having Spider-Man appear in it, and that's just because they're trying to ink some more money out of Marvel, I would assume. So yeah, a lot of really interesting things going down here. I don't know how it's all going to completely go, but of course, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on, Spider-Man, how he's, story is going to continue in the MCU. Will Brand New Day get delayed? Will he appear in Doomsday? All of the above. Again, what do you think Zendaya's role in Brand New Day is going to be? Again, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Of course, subscribe to my sports channel, which will also be getting linked down below. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.